Hi, you guys, it's your girl Uzo, and this is Uzo Be Living. So, I'm not going to tell you what B means because I am assuming that by now you know what B means. If you don't know what B means, I can't help you. You need to go back and watch my previous videos. But anyway, in my last video, I talked really briefly about the admissions I got. So, in this video, I'm going to elaborate more on the process of getting the admissions, and then the second part of the video will deal with how I landed finally in Belgium, the process, the documents, and all of that. So please stay tuned because you're in for a great time. Let's get started. So in all the universities I applied to in the UK, in Spain, and in Belgium, I had to write a personal statement. So my personal statement basically just talked about why I was interested in doing the course and how my experiences and my ambitions match with the course. But I'm not going to go into all of that because that's not the essence of the gist. Then some universities required a CV, some did not, so that's not really important. But another major requirement was my academic transcript. And if you remember in my last video, I talked about how I didn't even make the mark for Sweden at all because my university back home in Nigeria decided to, well, not like they decided because I'm not going to say they were picking on me, but they sent my transcript like weeks after the admission had closed, so I didn't even stand a chance. But luckily for me, the UK university and all of them actually, all the admissions all the universities that I got into were happy to accept my previous UK degree. So it was very easy for me to request from my previous UK university, to send the transcripts to them. So I didn't have any issues with that. So after all of these things, I sent in my application. I must admit that I must have applied to maybe 9 or 10 universities. At the end of the day, only 5 came back to me in a positive way. So 3 UK universities, 1 in Spain, and Belgium. I don't know how that makes me feel. I mean, I'm pretty excited, I'm happy, but at the same time, every time I was getting rejection emails, I used to feel so bad because there's a way that thing makes you feel like you're not good enough, you don't know what you're doing. But hey, I mean, I'm glad it all worked out at the end of the day. After I sent in my application, the UK universities, I think they required me to fill in something, an immigration form or something, and that was the end of it. After doing that, I got the admission. Simple. But for Spain and Belgium, I had to have an interview. With this Spanish one, it wasn't so bad because it was one person and it was maybe 15-20 minutes. Why do you want to study here? Why do you want to study this course and all of that? But the Belgium one, hey God, there were 3 professors. 3. They asked me all manner of questions. I feel like the interview went well. The only part that didn't really go well was the part about statistics. And if you know me, you know that statistics makes me cry. So the professor asked me some questions and I was just like, I'm sorry, I don't know but finally, one beautiful day, I just got an email to say, oh, you have been accepted. And yeah, that was the beginning of the journey to Belgium. Let's talk about the process of coming to Belgium. I'm not going to use my own experience because if I use my own experience, good, you will have high blood pressure before you get here. I'm just going to give you my own advice based on what I went through and looking at everything in retrospect. I'm just going to give you my own advice. Number 1, once you get your letter of admission, put money in a blocked account, especially if you're in a country where putting money away is difficult, like Nigeria, because at that time we had to, it's a long story, but I'll try to make it brief. So there's when you're trying to buy forex, foreign exchange, there's bank rate and there's market rate. The bank rate is much cheaper than the market rate. So at that time, in order to put money in my blocked account, I had to wait for the bank to give me the money as at bank rate, and it took a lot of time. So my advice to you is, as soon as you get your admission, put money in the blocked account. And what is a blocked account? So basically, you're sending money in the case of UGent, I don't know about other Belgian universities, but you're sending money in advance for the year. So this is the thing now. This is different between Belgium and other universities. putting money in your account is not enough. You're not going to get the visa. So there are three ways for you to keep money aside, for you to show that you have enough money to take care of yourself. One is the blocked account where you put a certain amount of money. For you, Ghent, it's 950 per month times 1213. So you put a certain you send them that money in advance, and then every month they send you. So once you put that money in the account, they send you a proof, a certificate to show that okay, we're holding. For instance, if you're putting 1,000 euros per month, and then you gather 13 months and send to them, that's 13,000 euros. So they give you a certificate to show okay, we're holding 13,000 euros in this person's name, and every month they will receive 1,000 euros. And that is sufficient for the authorities, because at that point they know obviously you're not going to go on the streets and become a nuisance, because you actually have 1,000 euros coming to you. So there's that way. There's you showing if you're maybe working or you're self-employed, you show money that you have enough money in your account to last you for 12 months. So there's that. But that's a bit difficult, especially if you're converting currencies that don't have a lot of strength, like the naira to euros. There's that. And then there's also sponsorship, where someone shows their account and shows that they have enough money to take care of themselves, and they also have enough money to take care of you. But what I've learned, what I've learned is the easiest way, the most stress-free way to actually get the visa, is just to put money in that blocked account, because you can beat your chest that they will give me the visa, because they obviously know that you're not. First of all, it's your money. The money is accessible to you, and you're not coming here to become a nuisance to society. So if you can, I will advise you to put money in the blocked account. I don't know anyone who has tried the others and how it has worked for them. But I'm just telling you, based on what a little bit told me, the blocked account is always the best. And again, if you're using someone's account, it's a lot of stress, because they have to, well, in Nigeria, they have to go to the embassy, they have to do certain things and all of that. So at the end of the day, you become a nuisance. So yeah, just get money and put in your blocked account. Do your police check and do your medical check, like, as soon as possible. Because at the end of the day, you're going to need to legalize all your documents, all of them, including your academic transcripts, your certificates, every document you use. And again, that's another thing with the blocked account, right? Because if you're using someone's account or you're using your own account, you have to legalize it, because I'm sure they've seen a lot of frauds and scammers, so they're not going to take anything at face value. So the blocked account is better. But moving to what we're talking about, you do your police check, you do your medical check, because all of those documents are going in with your academic documents for legalization. Then the next step, again, is to legalize your documents. Now, this one, I don't even know what I was thinking. I actually didn't realize I needed to legalize my documents almost until 2 months. That's why I said, if I tell you how these things worked for me, you'll be so pissed. Anyway, I didn't know I had to legalize my document almost until 2 months to resumption, and that's when I started rushing to all these things. And though people say, oh, you legalize this, don't legalize that, legalize this, let me just tell you, it's better to be safe than sorry. How much is it to legalize? It's better for you to legalize every single thing than for you to do something and then realize at the end of the day, oh, I should have done that. So your academic transcripts, if you're coming with your partner, marriage certificates, whatever it is that you think is relevant, whatever you're submitting at the embassy, make sure you get it legalized. Remember to pay the administrative cost. The administrative cost is different from the visa cost. The administrative cost is the cost of your residence permit when you land here. Because when you finally land here, that visa that they give you is not for a long time. It's maybe 3 months, and depending on the country, 6, 9, 12 months. But you need your residence permit, so you need to pay that cost. So don't ignore it. Pay it. If you can't pay it at the time of the visa application, make sure you pay it before you come here, because otherwise your residence permit application will be refused. No two ways about it. Even if you're already here, you'll be refused. Apply for your visa. I wish you all the best. I wish you good luck. But remember, before you get the visa, you're going to write a test at the embassy. It's not a difficult test. The test just wants to make sure that you are actually a genuine student. Now I'm talking in terms of student, I don't know about workers, but the test is just to make sure you're a genuine student. One, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, and then they also want to see that what you've done before is relevant, matches what you're about to do, because I'm sure they don't just want people studying random things and just studying on end. So they want to see that what you've done before matches what you want to do. So that's about it. I wrote the test last year on my birthday and I was so afraid, but I prayed and yay, here I am. Hope I've been able to, explain properly the process of getting the admission and then getting to Belgium specifically. Remember, this video is not talking about the process of getting to anywhere else but Belgium. But the admission was a general thing since I applied to so many different places. I didn't apply to the US because I didn't want to be paying $100 per application. So I didn't bother applying to the US. So I specifically limited my applications to the UK and the EU. So I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you or bore you. But I just feel like this is really important. I know we're going to move on to more interesting aspects of this whole journey, but I feel like this is important as a starting point. Same as the last video, I think that this video is also important. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have anything you'd like me to talk about, please feel free to share, okay? Don't forget to like this video. If you found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you and see you again. Bye.